Now, a Target 12 investigators exclusive tracking COVID cash. With billions of federal dollars flowing into southern New England, Target 12 investigator Ted Nesi has obtained new information about how the region's largest cities are spending it.
Ted joins us now with what he's learned.
6 months after Congress approved the American Rescue Plan Act, most of the focus has been on how state government will spend the money from the law. But local cities also have big decisions to make. This Woonsocket fire hydrant and roughly 2,000 others like it will soon be getting a rehab. The city has earmarked about $500,000 in federal funding for the work, which is set to start by the end of this year. Just one example of how local cities are allocating the money they're getting under the American Rescue Plan Act.
It's a massive amount of money.
Back in March, RIPEC CEO Mike DeBiase told Target 12 cities need to use the windfall wisely.
Definitely a great deal of money, and I think a once-in-a-generation opportunity.
Target 12 surveyed the region's largest cities, which combined are getting over $500 million from the Rescue Plan Act. Providence, Warwick, and Cranston have already started allocating a significant share of their funding, while Woonsocket, East Providence, and Taunton have allocated less than 10%. New Bedford, Fall River, Pawtucket, and Attleboro haven't spent a dime. So where's all that federal money going so far? Our survey gave us some concrete examples. Here in Providence, $4 million going to pay for this new welcome center at Roger Williams Park. In East Providence, this crumbling seawall at Rose Larissa Park along Narragansett Bay will get nearly $500,000. And here in this section of Warwick, the long-delayed Bayside project will be the beneficiary of nearly $7 million earmarked for sewers. When you heard this was coming, did you think to yourself, knowing infrastructure would be part of it, this could help us deal with the Bayside sewers?
Absolutely. It was my first thought.
Warwick stands out among the cities surveyed. Just over half its $39 million in funding has already been allocated. Mayor Frank Picozzi says the aid lowered the cost of the sewer project to homeowners by well over $10,000 each.
Well, it's helping with infrastructure. It's helping enormously with that. It's money we're not going to have to take out of our future budget, so it's going to help keep taxes down that way.
Warwick is also using $10.6 million to offset revenue the city lost after the pandemic crippled the airport and local hotels. Do you have any concern that when there's no more rescue plan funding, that the city could have a budget hole in that fiscal year eventually because that money helped to plug the hole in the earlier years?
No, because we haven't used it like that. We've been using it for actual revenue losses, and we didn't even take all we could in last year's budget.
Mayor Picozzi says Warwick will likely use some of its remaining $18 million in funding for more water infrastructure projects. Coming up new at 6, we take a look at a new program Providence is funding with rescue plan money that's been slow to get off the ground. With the Target 12 investigators, Ted Nesi, 12 News.
New details now in a Target 12 investigators exclusive tracking COVID cash. As we first told you at 5, some of southern New England's biggest cities have already started spending millions of dollars they're getting under the American Rescue Plan Act. New at 6, we've learned a new program that Providence is funding with the federal money has been slow to get off the ground. Target 12 investigator Ted Nesi joins us now with what he's uncovered. Ted?
When it comes to spending their American Rescue Plan Act money, local cities are all over the map. With Warwick set to get $39 million from Washington through the American Rescue Plan Act, Mayor Frank Picozzi knew he wanted to put a portion toward the city's long-delayed Bayside sewer project.
That project's been held off for 20 years. There were a lot of challenges.
When you heard this was coming, did you think to yourself, knowing infrastructure would be part of it, this could help us deal with the Bayside sewers?
Absolutely. It was my first thought.
Target 12 surveyed the region's largest cities, which combined are getting over $500 million from the Rescue Plan Act. Providence, Warwick, and Cranston have already started allocating a significant share of their funding, while Woonsocket, East Providence, and Taunton have allocated less than 10%. New Bedford, Fall River, Pawtucket, and Attleboro haven't spent a dime. No local city is getting more American Rescue Plan money than Providence, which has already allocated $42 million, including $4 million for this new welcome center at Roger Williams Park. Other spending includes $300,000 for water fire and $7 million for the city's small businesses. City leaders approved that $42 million quickly in July, despite complaints about a lack of public input. At the time, City Councilor Joanne Ryan insisted time was of the essence.
I hear you. And I'm more than willing to entertain a public hearing going forward on the remainder of the dollars, but these are essential, immediate needs.
According to documents obtained by Target 12, Providence leaders said they would use the $7 million for small businesses to offer them $2,500 relief stipends. But when Target 12 asked how many stipends have been paid out so far, the answer was none. A city spokesperson said, quote, an application process for the ARPA Small Business Relief Program is still being developed, and none of the funding has been appropriated to date. We expect to share a process with business owners soon. Meanwhile, Providence still has over $120 million in unallocated American Rescue Plan funds. A task force is set to vote on recommendations for the rest of the money later this year. With the Target 12 investigators, Ted Nesi, 12 News.